Well, good day. It's an absolutely beautiful early April morning. I'm out on Clayton Lake. I'm going to do a little paddle along Clayton and Taylor Lakes today. It is about 15 right now, and it's going up to just over 20 degrees today. As you can see behind me, not all of the ice is out on the lake yet, but we've had an absolutely beautiful week, and so this should be a really great day of paddling. Like I said, a lot of the ice hasn't totally disappeared yet. So in the shallower areas where the wind has pushed the ice up, there's still a fair bit of it. Although, you know, by the end of the weekend, I don't think there's going to be very much left. There's a dark bottom in this area, so that's going to soak up some of the heat and warm up this water. I'm being a little bit of an icebreaker at the moment. Although this ice is all rotten, it's, you know, half an inch thick. It's all breaking up. Kind of fun to roll through it though. This is kind of a hook that comes out from Clayton, and you wrap around these islands here and you head out into the main lake. But as I look over at the main lake, I see that it is also still maybe not completely covered, but certainly significantly covered in ice. One thing you really need to be aware of if you're on a lake with ice in a canoe or a kayak is where the ice is and where it might end up going. Right now there's no wind at all, so this ice is just kind of sitting static. If we get a wind as the day progresses, this ice is going to move, and I've got to make sure that wherever I go, I can get back out of, because I can't walk on this ice. So we've come through a little channel and we're out on the main part of Clayton Lake now. And as you can see, there's still a fair bit of ice on here. So we're going to be restricted in where we can go, but that's all right. Next week, I think, we get another warm week. Then we'll be able to circle both of the lakes. So we've now come around the point, and actually there's a fair bit of open water on this side of the ice. So as long as I don't get any wind, I'm okay to keep paddling. Just having a little fun here and busting through some slushy, rotten old ice. It's only about an inch thick, and even if it reforms, I'll have no problem getting back out of here. But it is kind of fun. And that was the path I took to come in. Busted up some of the heavier stuff at the front and then just rode over top of the rest. If you are going to do something like this, though, be darn careful and make absolutely sure you know you've got at least a plan B to get out. Well, I've come down to the bottom of the bay, right beside the campsite on the lake, on Clayton Lake, and I have come as far as I can, because that, I mean, I can get through it, but I'm going to have to really work hard to get through it, and then I'm going to have to turn around and come back, so it's really not worth it. There's also a little bit of a breeze kicking up, so I'm going to swing around, start paddling back. Broke through some slushy and rotten ice to get into this little bay, but we're gonna head back towards the point now. You know, one interesting thing is that we had a pretty substantial ice storm in eastern Ontario just a week ago. And just before this really warm spell. And out here, there's not a whole lot of trees down. In the city and on the road out here, there were lots of trees that had fallen down and collapsed under the weight of the ice, but out here, not very much at all. Here's a little sample of why I love this lake. There's a ton of dead fallen stumps in here all over the lake. Looks like a nice place for a wee stretch of the legs. Decent view of the lake. Have a drink, have a little snack. Well, that's a bummer. Just spotted 2 eagles up over top of this island, but they were just sort of flying around and they took off. I think they were both bald eagles, just beautiful. Big difference in the ice even in the couple of hours that I've been out here. I could not have gotten through there this morning, but now, after a couple of hours of bright intense sunlight, I was able to just get right through the rotten and mushy stuff. I came through this little chute this morning. I'm gonna go up to the point and see if I can get around it now. It's possible there might be just enough room to sneak through here. And yes, there is. That was frozen pretty good a couple hours ago. This lake has lots of homes and cottages on it, but at this time of year, nobody's on the water. And I found one of the eagles. He's sitting up top of that tree. And on command, there's the other one. I hope that's a nesting pair. That'd be pretty cool. And that's going to be why those guys are hanging around, which is awesome. There is a nest here. Well, we are back at the launch. What a lovely day. Awesome paddle. Beautiful conditions. Gonna be back out here next week. So maybe we'll do a little update, see if we can get all the way down into Taylor Lake next week. Take care. Enjoy the outdoors.